We are joined by FS1 NBA analyst Chris Broussard. Chris, how would you interpret Magic's comments?
I think Magic Johnson let you in on his conversation with LeBron the first night of free agency. When he went over to LeBron's house and they talked basketball for, 3 hours or whatever it was. LeBron and Magic, I think they strategized. And LeBron is on board with this. The way we tried to beat Golden State in Cleveland, those last 2 years, we talked about it many times, they tried to outshoot them. They shot more threes than Golden State last year during the regular season. So I think when Magic says we don't want that Cleveland team, that's what he really means. You can't outshoot Golden State from three. They got three of the best, probably 5 shooters of all time. You're not going to outshoot them. So he and LeBron sat down, strategized, okay, how do you beat Golden State? One, let's look at what Houston did to take them to 7. Some tough, versatile defenders that can switch everything. So they go out and they get some veterans and they think they got young guys that are long, and you got a rim protector in JaVale McGee. Now you add Tyson Chandler. That's what we do defensively. Offensively, we need playmakers. Cleveland, it was LeBron. I'm the playmaker. I got shooters all around me, even with Kyrie. Kyrie's a playmaker for himself. Right. But not, and we see that in Boston right now. Right. Not really for other teammates. So LeBron says, look, I want other playmakers. Lance Stevenson, Rajon Rondo. You think Ball and Ingram, might be playmakers too. So we have other playmakers. So going along with that, what has to happen? If you have more playmakers, LeBron's off the ball more. Right. And I think LeBron is with that mentally and theoretically. Because I've been told, Philadelphia, when they looked at them, LeBron will play off the ball with Ben Simmons. We heard LeBron talk about coming here. He'll be off the ball, and he is off the ball more. Here's the problem. Number one, LeBron's not that great off the ball because he's not used to doing it. Right. He's not cutting. He's not screening. He'll stand at the elbow, get it, maybe throw some great passes here and there, but that's just not who he is. Okay, so the team ends up not being as good when LeBron's off the ball. Cleveland, they tried it. I talked to Mike Brown about this. He was like, we tried to run the flex offense with LeBron, and the problem was with 4 seconds left on the shot clock, Anderson, Varejao, or somebody would have the ball, and LeBron be on the other side of the court, and we're stuck. So they ended up becoming LeBron-centric. Miami tried it the first year. They didn't want to just give the ball to LeBron because you had D-Wade. Right. And so they were switching, and LeBron's off the ball, and they weren't as good. Second year, D-Wade says, look, just give the ball to LeBron. It's his team. The rest is history. So that's what you see with these Lakers. LeBron's, theoretically and mentally, I'll get off the ball, but his instincts, when things don't go well, when we're losing, when other guys aren't making plays, let me go get the ball. And last night was a case in point. Fourth quarter, he goes and gets the ball and outscores them 12-8 down the stretch. So that's really, I think that is what Magic was talking about. I think LeBron is with that mentally, but his instincts are, give me the ball. The thing is this, LeBron doesn't want the ball all the time. He wants it about 70% of the time, 60% of the time. So that can throw your team in flux because sometimes he's on the ball, sometimes he's off the ball, and the other players have to adjust.
Okay. So I'm interpreting Magic's comment about Cleveland all over again differently than you are. Because what happened in Cleveland wasn't all bad because they just kept getting to the finals every year.
And got one.
Okay? And they got one.
And kept going to go get the Warriors.
Okay? And it's not like when LeBron came to Los Angeles, he joined the Warriors. Right. That's how Magic's talking, like we're the Warriors now, like we're playing from a position of strength. No, you're not. You got a bunch of kids who are all trying to figure it out. And I like all of them, but I can't love any of them yet because they just haven't quite got over the hump. Right. And they got a bunch of cast-offs that are all trying. JaVale's been shockingly great. I think Tyson Chandler's brought real anchor stability to the defense, and we can keep going. Lance gives you a little of this and a little of that and a little bad and a little good. But the point is, they're not the Warriors. They don't have a second star clear cut. So I'm going to say it one more time, and I'm sure Magic gets this. And I get reducing the minutes. You got to limit the minutes. Right. He's in his 16th season. He just played back-to-back years in which he led the NBA in minutes. That's nutty to me. That's like basketball suicide to me. Why would you let him do it? He's too good to waste him like that. You don't need to play that many minutes. Right. But I'm going to say it one more time. he was born to play the point, or to whatever you want to call that position. He's born to have the ball in his hands as a facilitator and a scorer. And everything looks better to me when he initiates it. It doesn't mean he has to take the shot. It just means he has to position everybody where he wants them and take the ball to the side that he thinks it should start on and make it all start to go off where he initiates it. That's just who he is and what he does. That's what he did for Cleveland last year. And I got to tell you, it was pretty great.
Right.
And again, I don't want to dwell on spilled milk, but they had Golden State in game one. And you say, well, they still would have won one game. I don't know, but I saw them be in position to win game one of the NBA Finals in Oakland.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, had
okay.
Stay down 2-1.
Okay, and why were they in that position that night? LeBron was all-time great. What did he score at that point? But he at that point he had 49 at that point.
Regulation.
And he was making outside shots and he was distributing, and it was cooking, man. You know, even with that roster.
But the thing what he did in that situation is that he controlled tempo. And that's what LeBron tried to do in the finals.
Okay, can he not do that better than anybody?
You're right,
he can.
Okay, but Magic also made the other point in this interview. We don't really want him controlling tempo. We need to get out and fly and run, right?
That's really not LeBron's game. Because playing that fast.
But they don't have shooters. I mean, you get not shoot.
thing.
But Magic is acting like Brandon Ingram and Kuzma has proven they're true number two.
I agree.
With the except, here's the thing. Can Kuzma score? Yeah. Can Brandon Ingram score? Yeah. But who can they initiate offense for? So now you take the ball out of LeBron's hand with no Rondo. Now what you going to do?
If you give them the ball in the half court, they're just going to go solo.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. If the ball is in LeBron's hands and there aren't shooters around him, now the lane is clogged up. Right. So, like I said, I believe wholeheartedly this is the conversation. Like, where I disagree with you guys is I don't think Magic saying anything like is shocking to LeBron.
No.
I think LeBron felt the same way as what Magic's saying right now. They built this team to not go through LeBron. But now that we're seeing, well, that's what they're going to be best at is going through LeBron. You don't have the shooters. You're not going to have the floor space now. So they're kind of in a quandary.
Well, they can space the floor. They just can't hit shots. I mean, Brandon Ingram is launching air balls. Lonzo's launching air balls. And that's the question is that LeBron's like, okay, I understand, Magic. I don't want the ball in my hands. Look at the third quarter. They were down at one point in time. They're down 24 points. Indiana, minus their best player, comes all the way back to take a 3-point lead. Everybody wants the ball. Brandon Ingram steady bringing it up, steady launching air balls. Then all of a sudden he says, you know what? I can't do it. LeBron, you take it.
Right.
He gets control of the game. They go up by 8, and then he takes the game completely over in the fourth quarter. The thing is, Ingram can score. Kuzma can score. But who can they get? They can't get no one else involved.
And the odd man out in the
Lonzo
equation is Lonzo, because he's trying to play off guard with LeBron, and it's really not his forte. No. He's doing the best he can.
But he plays hard, Skip. I watched him last. He's trying to play defense in the shot, and you could tell he was getting more frustrated by the fact because he's getting wide open threes, Skip. I mean, nobody was within 2 feet of him, and the ball just wouldn't go in for him. He's like, dang.
All right, so pretty soon Rondo's going to come back, and then we're going to see the tail of the tape here, because all of a sudden, is Rondo going to go back to playing 35 minutes a game as the true point guard? Is LeBron going to play off Rondo more? Is he going to be happy with that?
I think there's going to be some of that. Okay. I think LeBron understands he can't be a one-man system. A one-man system, no matter how good you are.
No.
Michael Jordan, first 5 years in the league, was a one-man system. And he was great. They kept getting beat in the playoffs. Phil Jackson
puts him in a different one-man system because it was a one-man scorer.
Yeah.
Right,
Michael wasn't facilitating.
No. He was scoring.
Yeah.
And Jackson puts him in the system. LeBron is so good that he can be a one-man system. That's why he can make any team really good. He could take the 4 of us and win 35 games in the NBA. But that one, I don't care how good, no matter how good the one player is, he is not consistently going to beat 5 guys that are skilled, that can shoot, that play as a team.
Right.
That's why San Antonio and the Warriors have given LeBron the most problems in his career. So that's always the challenge you have. He's so great, he can do everything. He's a system. You got Princeton, you got the flex, you got the triangle, you got motion, you got the LeBron.
Yep.
And everybody has to fit in that, and that's going to make you really good. But
until you face somebody that has a system and
and
4 or
move,
5 guys that move the ball.
But I will say this. Of all my years watching the NBA, the 3 straight greatest games I ever saw one player play was when LeBron lost Kyrie in Game 1 and didn't have Kevin Love at the finals against Golden State the first time.
they went up 2-1.
Yeah, and he played 3 of the greatest games, seriously. And it took a toll on him because
Yeah.
he came up empty in
Yeah.
Game 4 at home. But I'm just saying, you want to talk
How'd
about...
they played? They played slow.
Oh.
He controlled the tempo.
But
They played real
You want to
slow.
talk about a one-man show?
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah, I mean,
It was. Seriously.
He's
That
playing
was-
43, 44 minutes, and then they went to overtime.
Yeah,
and then he had to play 50.
And guess who made some big plays for him? Little Deli
Deli.
made plays, right? He
But-
did.
And Magic is acting like he got a Steph Curry to ride shotgun.
Yeah.
Well, this
Nope.
year is an experiment.
Yeah, LeBron and the Lakers knew it was going to be a process. As you said, this is the year.
Hey, we could do well with
Yeah, LeBron said
Yeah.
2
Ball
weeks
hog
ago.
Alex.
Yeah, but LeBron said 2 weeks ago that he almost cracked. Well, what you're cracking over what?
Cog,
Huh?
we didn't come down there to
What?
shoot movies. We didn't come down there to shoot movies. We came to win a championship.
Came to
There
shoot.
you go.